So Priya, minority was of the opinion that there could be a hike. I think most were expecting a status quo. This would be a surprise.
Yeah, but I think it's very important to notice here that the 25 basis points hike is a unanimous decision of the MPC. The MPC is not divided. All 6 members have voted for a hike. So this is a unanimous decision by the MPC to go for a 25 basis points hike. What is interesting is that the stance continues to be neutral. The RBI has not changed its stance to hawkish. It continues to be neutral. The stance remains unchanged, but policy rates go up by 25 basis points. They have also revised the inflation figures. The CPI for first half of this fiscal has been revised from 4.6 to 4.7, and CPI for the second half of this year has been revised to 4.7%. Remember, this was earlier at 4.4%. As far as the RBI is concerned, there are a couple of things that is causing concern on the inflation front. Crude, of course, is a big area of concern. The Indian crude basket has increased from 66 barrels to 74 barrels since the April policy, about a 12% increase there. Food inflation, however, continues to be muted. Just to quickly take you through the other factors that the RBI is looking at as far as that inflation revision is concerned. Global financial market developments, significant rise in household inflation expectations, staggered impact of HRA by states, revision of the MSP formula where details are not yet known, and of course monsoon and how that's going to pan out. But I think crude, and the RBI very clearly says there has been a sharper, earlier and a more durable trend to crude, and which is why inflation has gone up. Now many people will read this as a knee-jerk reaction perhaps because the stance hasn't changed. So is RBI giving itself elbow room, and we'll see more data evolve up until August and then take a call on whether it wants to maintain status quo, pause or perhaps hike further. But for now the stance remains neutral and the policy rates have gone up by 25 basis points. Others will of course turn around and say this isn't reactionary, this is perhaps being proactive. I wonder what Maithili's take on this is. The stance remains neutral but the policy rates go up by 25 basis points there, Maithili.
Well, Supriya, to my mind, as I said, it was always a no-brainer because given the way things had shaped up since the last policy meet, it was very clear that the RBI, if you are going to be an inflation targeter and monetary policy, given the leads and lags, has to be forward-looking. There was no alternative but for a rate hike, particularly since markets had already factored it in. The neutral stance perhaps explained by the fact that the RBI doesn't want to upset the markets too much. And then, of course, in macroeconomics, there's always an element of uncertainty. If we are lucky, maybe oil prices will come down dramatically. So I think the neutral stance is more to kind of, mitigate, take away as it were from any harshness that might be interpreted in the rate hike. But to my mind, the 25 basis point hike was always on the cards, and very rightly so, because as I said, for an inflation targeter, for a monetary policy authority, given the way things are moving, and as you've seen from the RBI hiking its inflation projection, there was no alternative but to hike rates.
Okay.